I was thinking, and motivation is useless. Okay, um, hear me out. So after training for 20 plus years, I've realized that motivation means nothing. At the end of the day, it's all about consistency and discipline. That's all it is. It's literally nothing else, right? Like I can literally end this right here, and that's it. But obviously, we'll elaborate a little bit. And in the beginning, listen, motivation is all cute, and you need it in the beginning to get started. I get it, right? But it's only going to take you so far. And then what? Once motivation starts to go away, what are you left with, really, at the end of the day? And that's what I want to talk about in this video and explain what kind of helped me get over the hump and kind of have the success when it comes to fitness and in my day-to-day life, right? So take it from Unk over here. You can call me Unk. I'm cool with that, right? 41 years old. I'm a grown man. I've been doing this for a while. So I'll give you a quick example. Like last week, I was tired, had a lot going on, work, and the last thing I wanted to do is go to the gym. To be honest, I was sore. But you know what? I had to go. I just had to muster the energy to go. And because we all know that if I didn't go that day, I'll go tomorrow. And then the next day I'll go tomorrow. And then and then that leads to like the whole week went by and I only went to the gym once or twice, right? When your goal is to go 2 or 3 times. And it's a kind of like a compound effect. Like if I didn't go that day, what do you think is going to happen that day? I'm going to start making poor decisions when it comes to nutrition. I'm going to kind of be more laid back with the things that I do. I'm going to be more lazy. I'm not going to get my steps in. And then that leads into this whole domino effects of unhealthy decisions moving forward. And then I need to find more motivation, right? So having said that, I really kind of want you guys to understand like how consistency and discipline is so important, right? And sorry, I don't know if you can hear this. The dog's barking out there, but I think we're good. This is it right here. I'm not editing anything, right? So we're just gonna keep at it. The thing is, when it comes to discipline, guys, you have to understand showing up to the gym every day is kind of more important than figuring out what your split is and what am I training and what am I doing, and that's all nice and important. But in the beginning, the reason why people are failing is because they're not consistent enough. They're not doing it long enough. Okay, you're not sticking to it long enough. Why? Because you haven't built in the habits of going. It's not like second nature to you, right? Just like brushing your teeth, going to the washroom, showering, that's second nature. And eventually fitness and gym is going to become that. But that takes time. And it's not something that's going to happen overnight. And unfortunately, we live in a world today where instant gratification is like at an all-time high. It's all about that, right? You can go on Amazon, you can go on Instagram, Uber Eats, like you have like you need a fix of dopamine, you go get it. You want to order something, you want it now, and it comes like overnight, boom, at your door, And as cool as that is, it's kind of like making you move in life differently. And when it comes to fitness, it couldn't be more opposite. You know what I mean? Like fitness is the complete opposite of that. It's going to the gym, putting in reps, weekly with zero result, zero expectation that you won't see for 30, 60, 90 days down the road. And it's kind of like a weird thing because you got to keep doing it. It's exactly like running a business, right? You open a business. In the beginning, you're not going to get any customers. You need to get customers. You need to show up every day, do the work. And over time, 60, 90 days down the road, you'll start getting your clients, you'll start running your business, and oh, boom, right? And in my experience, from doing this for a long time, I realized like showing up is half the battle, as they say. It's true. But once you figure that out, everything else is smooth and easy. And it's kind of fun. You kind of push yourself through a good workout and you can kind of switch over your workouts, which is all good. But if you don't nail the beginning, which is showing up daily, you're kind of cooked. Like, you might as well just quit now because it's not going to happen for you. Like, sadly to say, it's not going to happen for you. And I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why. Listen carefully. Life is not stopping anytime soon. Hopefully, God bless. Like, life is lifing, guys. And life gets harder as you age. It doesn't get easier. It only gets harder. You get busier. You have kids. You have pets. You have responsibilities. You have multiple jobs. You have all these things. And then it's like, on top of all that, you have to stay fit and watch your nutrition. And it's almost unrealistic when you think about it. But if you have the right systems in place and you simplify life and you don't live in black and white, everything's black and white, you'll be fine. And that's kind of what I want to share. I'll give you a quick example, okay? I have a lot of clients of mine that go all in on their diet. All in, right? I'm starting Monday, as they say, right? And come Monday, and I get it, guys. I've used to do this when I was younger. I'm telling you this from experience because I used to do the exact same thing, okay? And I've learned. And after failing multiple times, I realized, like, wow, the most important part is not kind of what I'm thinking. And it's what I'm talking about. It's, you can't be so extreme on one side and the other. It's not going to work, okay? You can't be black and white. You go too much exercise on one side, too much diet on one side, and there's nothing in between. And that's the problem. There's a lot of good things in the gray, guys. There's a lot of good things. It doesn't have to be black and white. You can live in the gray, okay? And in the gray, you'll find there's balance, okay? And that's very important because at the end of the day, if you want to do this for a very long time, which that is the goal, if you want to live a healthy lifestyle, it's something that you have to do for a very long time, and you have to be okay with that. So you got to take away that little instant gratification out of your mind and think more long term, okay? And that's kind of, it's hard to do in today's world. I get it. Again, life is busy. But if you really want it, this has to be priority number one. And it's something that you have to commit to, okay? Having said all that, when you start showing up consistently to the gym day to day, right? You start winning your day, because at the end of the day, that's all it is. You're going to start winning in the weeks, and then months, and then years. Okay? So win your day, win your week, win your month, move forward. That's kind of it, really, right? And I want you to understand, to do all that, simplifying your life is very important. And I know this is like super deep for no reason, but it is. Reality is, when it comes to being fitness and the gym, you're gonna have to change like the way you are. Like your whole being has to change. Okay? You're not the same person you want to be. You're literally saying, I look a certain way and I want to change. You're literally changing as a person, right? You're evolving. So would you have the same habits as the old you? No. And that's normal. That's how life is, right? So having said all that, to simplify everything is as simple as getting rid of all the distractions, right? Like if you're a person that needs to gym in the morning, how about you start sleeping earlier, right? Sleep a little earlier the night before, meaning you're going to have to cut a few things that you do at night that you kind of, are doing for no reason, right? So cut that out. Simplify. Go to bed early, right? Make sure that your gym clothes is ready the day before. Make sure you kind of know what time you have to leave, what time you're going to have to be back home, and all that kind of stuff. And I know it sounds like super pity and like weird and like it doesn't matter, but trust me, it matters. Because the longer you can sustain this and go religiously and show up every time you're supposed to, the easier it is that you're going to win. It's that simple. It's that simple. And I know it sounds like there has to be more to it. Guys, there is more to it. It's a little more complicated than that, but not really. You have to start with this first. That's the first step. Okay, the foundation of everything is the most important part. It's like building a home. You're not going to build a home on some sketchy sticks, okay? You need an even ground, a strong foundation, so then you can start handling the load that's going to go on top to build. Okay? If you don't have a good foundation, you're cooked. You're cooked. You might as well quit. It's not going to happen, because the second life hits you, you're finished. You're going to break down, go back to zero. Okay? So, again, in 20 years of going to the gym, that's what I've learned the most, is motivation is useless, and it's all about being consistent and being disciplined. And guys, I beg you, okay? Take it from Unc. I beg you. Simplify life, commit, and you'll be fine. Okay? Trust me. I'll see you on the next one.